world, Wendy from Cali here, back with our Mixed Manny chat. The weather is definitely sweater weather here in Southern California. Don't know how long that will hold out, but it totally fits with this week's theme, which is the Fall Edit Mystery Twosie Mixed Manny Challenge that Tara Stoddard has in her group for this week. And so I was sent from Tara this, what was it called? Lucky Cardigan Twosie. And when I saw this, I was like, ooh, I definitely want to do a Mixed Manny with this being my accent nail on the ring. And I hadn't had a chance to use my Glitz and Glamour from the very first Color Street Color Play subscription box, which was way back in December of 2022. I've been holding out for the fall for this one, and I thought that goes really well with that. And I have leftovers of Old Flame, which was from, I want to say, the January Color Street Color Play subscription box, Shades of Love. And August's Color Play, Color Street's subscription box in Cafe Book Club, these nail decals. I feel like these colors like all mesh well together. And then September's Color Street Color Play subscription box, Sunset Rider, had this little silicone mat, little nail mat here. So I thought, why not? Let's add it to my mat and see if it helps with not having, you know, my nails stick to my current mat here. But enough talk. I do have a Sunday Funday date, afternoon date with Panda Bear, my significant other. So I gotta hurry up and get started, because all I did right now is I took my nail polish off, I showered, I did laundry, I have not put on my makeup yet, and we'll talk more about makeup, but I want to do my nails first. So the only thing I have on right now is the Color Street nail strengthener, and that's all I've got. So let's go. So let's go ahead and start with the Twosie, because we already know where this one's going, and it's going to go on my ring finger. And I typically, ooh, yikes. I typically try to make nail sticks with the nails that I've used before. But because this is a Twosie and I don't know if I'm going to have any leftovers of it, I don't know if I'll be able to make a nail stick. But just in case, I'm going to grab, I already made a nail stick of Old Flame, because you can see that that is like leftovers, but Glitz and Glamour and Lucky Cardigan I don't have a nail stick for, so I'm going to go ahead and make that if I have any leftovers from the Twosie. But again, don't know if that's going to happen, and we shall see. So let's go. Let's get this started. Man, oh man, so it's been, what was the last Manny that I did? I think it was like Tuesday night. And that one I kept on for a very long time. It was very summery feel, but also with fall, because I had the fall leaves show up there using Maple Moment. But the jellies this time around, like, I did it before bed, but I didn't like go to sleep right away. And so it actually didn't have that weird texture that usually happens when I like sleep, like laying on my hands and all that with like conventional nail polish. That usually happens with the jellies for me. It didn't happen this time, which I was very excited that it didn't happen. And so that Manny lasted almost, you know, how many days? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 days. So I was happy with that. This one, I don't know how long this one will last, but we shall see, because next week's theme is using the Color Street Color Play subscription box from September, Sunset Rider, and so I'm hoping that this one will last the week, but I just totally put that on a little crooked, and there's no way of fixing that, so it's too late now, and who cares. But yes, let me just cut this here and see if it'll fit on my other nail. If not, then of course we have the other one. But if you're not part of my Facebook group, that's where I typically post my nail selfies after I complete my nails. And you can feel free to join. The link is below in the comments, or the description, I should say. And I will put Tara Stoddard's Facebook group and her YouTube channel. If you don't watch her, I'll put those links below too, because that's where these themes typically come from. So yes, she's one of the ones that I watched her videos on YouTube and got really like inspired to start my own channel. And I love like her group because there's a lot of folks in that Facebook group, and everyone's like super cool and nice, and I love being part of a community where you get to talk about something that you have in common, which for us is Color Street and doing nails, and I just love it. So, but yes, if you want to join her group, I will link that below as well in the description. But trying to get this done as quickly as possible because, like I said, I have a lunch date with my panda bear, and we've been going. So last weekend we went to Long Beach to a place called Speak Cheesy to have pizza, because Panda Bear's on this like he wants to like visit all like the really like well-known pizza places. I guess there was an article by the Washington Post that said Speak Cheesy was like the #1 pizza place. And I'm like, for reals? What? Anyways, we went on Saturday of last weekend to get ourselves some pizza, and it turned out that the shop was experimenting with their pizza dough, and the pizza was good. Don't get me wrong, it was pretty bomb. But the thing is that we didn't get the original recipe of that dough. And so now Panda Bear's like, oh man, we gotta go back like and try it with the actual like original recipe of that dough. And so needless to say, we will be heading back in that direction someday soon. Maybe not this week. Well, definitely not this week, because this week we're going to a place in Pasadena for pizza. But yeah, so we're on this like pizza tour. That's what I was looking for, the word tour. We're on this pizza tour because Panda Bear wants to try all this pizza, and I'm up for it. We will travel for food. That is the type of folks we are. And yeah, I'm so excited about that because there are some interesting flavors of pizza at this place that we're trying today. And I forget the name of the restaurant. I'll probably just link it below in the description. But my goodness, like, wait, why would I link it below in this video? No, I will not link it in this video. In Facebook, though, like, I will link the name of the restaurant when I post pictures of the pizza and my first impressions of that pizza. But they have really, like, interesting flavors. Like, there was one called Habibi, which has, like, lamb, and, like, it sounds very Mediterranean flavors. And then there's I think, tiki masala that Panda Bear was interested in trying. And then there was another one, fungi llama, which those were the ones I told Panda. Habibi and fungi llama were the ones I said, oh, I really want to try those. But I don't exactly know which ones he ended up ordering. But the restaurant also is giving us a free slice of cake because we ordered 3 or more pizzas. So very excited about that. You know, I love desserts. And because we're going to Pasadena, we're going to Handles for ice cream. So that's going to be awesome. But I got to hurry up and do my nails, because not only do I have to do my nails, I have to do my makeup still. I haven't done that yet. And speaking of makeup, so I did post a video on my first impressions and trying the Color Street Triflex mascara. So my sister-in-law Carla is a Color Street stylist. Link below to her shop if you want to shop and support her small business. And as a stylist, they got to get first dibs on the waterproof mascara and the regular formula mascara before public consumption or public purchase of it. And so, of course, love my sister-in-law Carla. Her birthday was yesterday, so shout out to her. Happy birthday. We had a lot of fun hanging out with her. She wanted Mexican food for her birthday, and we definitely obliged on that. And yeah, it was a great day of eating. But she got the regular formula and I got the waterproof formula to try out, and I completely tested it out yesterday because I wanted to see, is it really waterproof? Like, the only thing I didn't do was go swimming, and I don't have access to a pool to do that, so I couldn't test that out. But I did test out, I did test out crying because I watched Elemental. So Disney, Pixar, Elemental is now on Disney Plus if you are interested in watching it and you have that streaming platform. And I watched that with my nieces yesterday, and oh my goodness, that animated movie made me cry so much. I cried so good, and the littlest one, Amalika, she was like, "It's okay, Auntie. It's okay, Auntie." Every time I would go and have like ugly crying face with tears. But I took a picture of what my face looked like after all the crying, and the mascara did not run. So kudos to Color Street for making a waterproof mascara that is actually waterproof. It does take a bit of effort to remove it though. I did have to, I think I used first makeup remover like oil. So I used oil, and then I also used some micellar water. And then I also used, I typically like using the Neutrogena, has a makeup remover wipe. I used that. And then my sister, Michelle, had given me these, they're like, I don't know how to describe them, but they're kind of like a makeup like towel to remove your makeup. And so I used that last to see if there's any little bits of makeup left over. But yeah, I am very impressed with the waterproof Triflex mascara. I really want to try the regular formula, and I'm excited to find out from my sister-in-law Carla when she gets a chance to use hers, what she thinks of that. Sorry, I'm pausing right now because I'm like, oh, like what nails do I want to do? I'm pretty sure I want to do my thumbs in red. And I'll probably do my thumbs all in red. No. Let's do a thumb and... Ah! This is hard. This is really hard to decide what to do. Okay, thumb and middle with the red. And then let's do Glitz and Glamour on my pointer finger and my pinky. Yes. That is what we're doing. I should have planned this out better. I mean, I knew what colors I wanted to use, but I wasn't quite, like, I didn't have it all set in my head how I wanted to do it. But now I do. So let's do it before I change my mind. And I often do that. So let's try not to, because we are Not trying to dilly-dally here. I've got to hurry up and finish. But long story short, the Color Street Tri-Flex Mascara, I am very excited and happy to have that because I don't have a mascara that I have absolutely loved. Essence is a makeup brand that you can find in Ulta. They have relatively inexpensive mascaras, and I do like their mascaras a lot. The ones that look kind of like princessy or whatever, those are like the best mascaras I've had from, like, I don't want to say drugstore because Ulta's not a drugstore, but like the inexpensive mascara, that's what I typically like using. But of course, if I'm able to order online mascara and support my sister-in-law's small business, I'm gonna do that. So what I really hope for, though, which Color Street is taking its precious time, and I don't know if they'll even release, this is eyeshadow, eyeliner, and I don't know if they'll ever come out with it, but like eyebrow powder. That's like one of my main staples that I do as far as makeup, because my eyebrows are kind of like, they're bushy but also sparse, and so I have to kind of fill them in a little bit. And I found that powder is like my go-to. Like, I don't like eyebrow pencils, just take too much effort. So Anastasia Beverly Hills is the brand that I use right now of their eyebrow powder. But if Color Street comes out with that, ooh, you know I'm going to be all over it. And then eyeshadow would be great. Right now what I've been using is the Color Street bronzer in the darkest shade, Savvy, as kind of like an eyeshadow, and then I add some of the highlighter on top of it, Color Street highlighter, so it gives kind of like a hint of color and then shine. And so that's what I've been doing as far as eyeshadow, because why not? But also I have a whole ton of eyeshadow palettes. When I was like really into makeup, I have a bunch of Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes. I have Tati Westbrook, used to have a makeup brand for a brief moment. I have her Tati Beauty textured neutrals, which I might use today because of this shininess right here. I think my eyes would look great with that textured neutrals eyeshadow palette eyeshadows. Of course, if you don't follow her, she went through some issues, a lawsuit and all that, and now her beauty brand's no longer in existence, which is a total bummer because that eyeshadow palette's one of my favorite ones. Okay, and then what was I going to do? I was going to put on my pointer the Glitz and Glamour. Alright. Let's put the ones that I'm not going to use away because we will use them again later, if they're good. I find heat sealing my sets typically work just fine. I use a flat iron and heat seal them, but depending on if I left too much air inside the plastic here, or if the weather here in California has been super humid and muggy and like hot, sometimes they don't work anymore after a long period of time. But today the weather's not so bad, and because I am being cognizant of putting these away as quickly as I can, I think they will be good for later. I want to save them for like maybe another fall mani, or even like holiday, around the holiday season for Thanksgiving or Christmas would be great. So I'm gonna save that. I definitely need 2 of these because my pointer finger tends to, oh, but not these. These are my middle finger ones that I typically use. Save those. My pointer finger typically is too long to use one strip on both nails like you saw me do with my ring finger and my pinky finger. So I typically can't do that with the pointer. However, I can use some of the leftovers from one of them to make the nail stick, which is awesome. Alright, and then I'm not going to seal these just yet because just in case the old flame is too old and won't stick, I'll at least be able to use them. More Glitz and Glamour. So just in case, I'm not going to seal them quite just yet. But let's get this on my pointer. These are going on pretty nice today, really quick, which is what I was hoping for because time is of the essence. So I've been going to go work out at Get Fit Factory, and I haven't yet left them a Yelp review because I really want to try out a lot of their different classes with the different instructors so I can give a real honest review. So far, I am enjoying myself. But the classes that I'm enjoying the most are actually classes from an instructor named Susan, and she's not affiliated with Get Fit Factory, but she does use the Get Fit Factory for her classes. So I'm going to stick that right there, but not like too hard yet because I'm going to try to do my other pointer and see if there's more left over from that one to make the nail stick. But yeah, so since Susan's not affiliated with Get Fit Factory, I didn't want to leave a review on Yelp for Get Fit Factory just based off of Susan's classes. I wanted to try out like the other instructors' classes that are actually affiliated with Get Fit Factory. So far, the owner, Tatiana, I've tried Zumba classes where she taught on a Sunday with Alfred and on a Wednesday night with Orlando. And Orlando is actually the one, he's the instructor that when I first visited Get Fit Factory for the very, my initial visit, he was the first one that I met. And I took a Tone It Up class with Orlando, which totally kicked my butt. And I was like, this is a great workout. But I find myself enjoying more and more the dance classes. So Orlando and Tatiana on Wednesdays and Monday nights, I haven't tried their Monday nights, but on Wednesday nights, they kind of like alternate and do Zumba. And I find that I really like Orlando's dance style, but he's a really good dancer, and I have 2 left feet. So it's very hard for me to follow his like Zumba dance moves. Maybe if I continue going and like, get acquainted with like the routines, if they continue doing the same routines, I don't know. I haven't had enough like experience with attending the classes to know if they like do the same routines like on a weekly basis or if they do different routines. But I'll be interested to find out. So hopefully my sister-in-law Carla will be able to go with me this Wednesday night to check out the Zumba class again with Tatiana and Orlando, because I want to see if it's any different than this past week. But yeah, I find Tatiana, she definitely loves dancing, but she doesn't, like, most of the people that go there, I guess, must go there, like, often, and they're, like, regulars and members or whatever, because she doesn't even go over, like, the dance moves. So a newbie like me is, like, completely lost. And lucky for me, though, is I just keep moving. Like, I don't care if I don't get the dance steps right. As long as I don't run into anyone, I just keep moving. And so eventually I will get it, but it's hard to follow her when she's leading the Zumba. It's hard for me to follow. And that happened on Sunday too, when I went with my friend Na. Like, even she was like, yeah, it's hard to follow, like, if she doesn't, like, explain what we're, like, the dance moves and stuff like that. So on Sunday, Tatiana teaches with Alfred, and both Na and I agree, Alfred's Zumba dance style is, like, more our speed. Easy to follow, very, like, hip-hoppy vibes, almost cardio kickboxing vibes, too, for some of the routines. Really like it a lot. So, if you're interested in that, Sunday mornings at 9:30 at Get Fit Factory, if you're in the area, that is worth checking out. And then this past, yesterday, wow, it was just yesterday, Susan, even though she's not, like, affiliated with Get Fit Factory, has Zumba class on Saturdays at 9:30, and I took that class, and ooh, that class made me sweat the most out of all the classes I took. And I don't know if it's because it was just warm in the room, or if it's just because the moves were just, like, so, like, hitting it hard, but I sweated, like, so much, like, I had to wring out my workout clothes. That's how much I sweated. So maybe that's TMI, but seriously, like, really awesome workout if you're interested in Zumba. I would highly recommend that. So I do want to still try Alfred's cardio kickboxing, but that's on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. and that is hard to swing if I am working in the office in Culver City. That is quite a commute. I would have to get off at like 4 or earlier in order to swing that, and I don't think that's possible. So it would have to be a day where I'm working remotely for sure, if I'm going to try that class. But I love cardio kickboxing, so either I rearrange my work schedule so that I can try the class, or what I did yesterday, because Amaryllis, Lilith and Amalika, they both wanted, like, they were watching stuff on YouTube Kids, but I was, like, telling them about my workout class, and they're like, show us some moves. And so, you know, I was showing them a little bit about, like, kickboxing and Zumba and all that. And then I was like, why am I showing it to them when I could just find a video on YouTube Kids to show them? And so we started off with kickboxing, and they had a lot of fun doing that. And then I asked them, do you guys want to try Zumba? Do you want to try dance too? And they said yes. And so I found a video, and Lilith was actually very into it. She kind of, like, stuck to, like, following it, like, all the way through. Malika kind of gave up and started just watching Lilith and drinking a Coke, which was really hilarious, because I think one of the videos that I caught of them, you know, attempting to dance, or Amalika watching her big sister attempt to dance. I caught on video that Amalika going, "Thanks, Uncle, for the Coke." And if you're not, like, you know, if you don't think about Coca-Cola, like Coke, it's just kind of a inside, like, joke that we always, like, look to each other every time she thanks Uncle for the Coke, that it's like, people would think, like, an outsider looking in, that she means, like, cocaine. Coke, not Coca-Cola. Coke. I don't know. Anyways, it always makes us laugh. Like, we smirk, and we give the adults in the household just kind of look at each other and just, like, try not to laugh out loud over it. But she definitely loves her Coke, I'll tell you that much. Just as long as it's Coca-Cola Coke, we're all good. But yes, that is, I'm wondering if, they'll continue to do the little dance videos on YouTube or not. But yesterday was my sister-in-law Carla's birthday, and we celebrated. She wanted Mexican food, so Panda Bear and I, Panda Bear brought menudo and carne asada street tacos, fish tacos, some quesadillas for the kids, taquitos, a whole assortment of delicious Mexican food. And I totally indulged yesterday because I've been working out like a bunch, and luckily the scale did not budge very much from yesterday's pig out, because I also had done, the girls and I made dirt pudding cups for dessert. So rather than a cake, we made those pudding cups for dessert, and that was a lot of fun to do. Haven't had a chance to do that with the girls for a while, so great to do it for such a special occasion, and we all enjoyed that. We also played a game of Uno, which took like a very long time. It was Uncle Panda and myself and the two girls. We all played Uno, and we were ragging on each other like really hard, and it was a lot of fun. So needless to say, really great Saturday. And then finally, like, we had the chance to watch the last Matrix movie with Carla. So I was able to like put the girls to sleep at a decent hour for bedtime, and it was Amalika's turn to choose a book. So I love having the library like app where I am able to like play audiobooks, because for some reason my Calm app that work pays for is not working properly. So I don't know if maybe I just accidentally logged out and I don't know how to log back in, so no more Calm app. But the library app where I can pick audiobooks, Amalika picked a book, and it was an interesting book called Crenshaw by Kathleen Applegate. And we were listening to that for their bedtime. And I think we got all the way through to, it was a chapter book. We got all the way through to like chapter 5 before they completely passed out. But Amalika kept complaining of a stomach ache, but I knew she couldn't have a real stomach ache because, like, I paid attention to all the things she ate. She didn't really have a stomach ache. They've been, like, complaining about stomach aches and this and that to, like, get attention, and it's, yeah. I'm starting to learn that it's, like, not always, like, what they say it is. And so I was like, you know, if you just close your eyes and focus on the story, you'll be able to fall asleep. Your stomach won't have a problem. You already went to the bathroom. Do you need to poop? She said no. And so I was like, then just close your eyes, listen to the story, and I'm sure your stomach will stop hurting. And that's what she did, and then she did fall asleep. So, starting to learn, yeah. My sister-in-law Carla also said that the kids tend to like ask for stuff and then not like finish it. Like they only like take like a little bit of it and then they don't finish it. And that's not cool, because wasting food, that is not how I was brought up. Like we ate every last grain of rice in our bowl kind of deal. And so we were threatening to take away their TVs if they didn't finish what they asked for. So, of course, they actually finished what they asked for. So, yeah. But, oy. This is why I don't want kids. But you know what? It's kind of interesting to be providing a little bit of the parenting as auntie and uncle when we're over there. So, yeah. What was really fun about making the dirt pudding cups, well, we made a really big mess in the kitchen, like really, really big. So, of course, Amalika runs off and is like, I don't know if she's hiding. I say she's hiding, but she's not really hiding. She's just off, like, with her mom and with uncle and stuff like that. But Lilith was still in the kitchen with me, and I was like, hey, Lilith, we gotta clean up, because she wanted to play. And I was like, well, Auntie can't play right now because Auntie has to clean the kitchen. And she's like, oh, can I help? And so, you know what? She actually helped. So she was mopping for a little bit and then helping me dry the floor. And that was a lot of fun, actually. We turned on some cleaning music and we were just dancing around the kitchen for a bit. So that was a lot of fun. So it's the little things, right? So, but yes. That was Saturday. I know not in order of what happened on Saturday, but you know what? That is basically what we did. But, ooh, 2 minutes. All right, let's hurry up and get this done. I am almost done. I just need to place this and place the jewels, and then we are donezo. Hey, it might just be one part this time. That's a quick one. Don't often get that, but trying to be super efficient with this. I will likely do the cleanup off camera, but at least you get to see what this looks like. But yes, so let me just don't rush too much and mess up this nail, because I don't have another one to replace this one if this one doesn't work out. So Old Flame is actually working out really well, despite it being a set that I used back in January at the beginning of the year and sealed back up. So I'm very happy about it. Granted, Color Street is a one-time use product, so can't guarantee that it's going to, you know, work if you seal it up for later. But like I said, if you do it pretty quick after you do your mani, whether it's heat sealing it like I do or placing it in your freezer like some folks do, you're typically able to like reuse them. And that way, for us savvy and thrifty folks that want to be able to open up like 3 different sets, but don't want to waste, that makes it all the much better. So yeah, but anyways, I hate doing my thumbs because it's the hardest. My thumb curves in a funky way, and it's very hard to get like a set on properly, especially when I'm doing a solid like this. But anywho, alright, so let's place the jewels. You know what? I think I'm going to cut the video short here because I'm looking at the time and I am like out of time. But I'm going to place some jewels. If you want to see where I place them, check out my Facebook group and you'll see the finished look. But right now, this is what the finished look looks like. I'm loving the fall vibes. I hope you are too. And I will see you all next time. Peace.